Mga tropa, comrades, this is Aurelio Paredes Bautista. But this time, I shall speak to you in English instead of in the vernacular in order to afford wide coverage. I shall be talking to you about amulets without objects and how it can be utilized to protect you from COVID-19. You see, I come from a family with known amulets, but I have never seen objects. My grandfather had great endurance. You see, he could work from morning until sunset without stopping, except for lunch. And if you give him light during the night, he could still harvest the rice up to 12 o'clock, midnight, and then he would sleep. We had an uncle, nephew of my grandfather, who could shake the areca nut and had all the fruits fall down. You see, it's very difficult to shake the areca nut tree. But he could do that, and it was known all over the place. So he was taught to have the amulet. My grandfather's first cousin also lived up to a very ripe age of 115. So he was also thought to have amulet. My grandfather lived up to 103, and he fought in the Battle of Paso Santol and in the Battle of Alapan. And he had protection. But I have never seen an amulet, an object which you put in your mouth or you put on your neck. But I did a research on this because our family is, we are living long. You see, I'm 78 now. I still have no serious disease. My eldest brother is 88 years old and he could walk. See, he's now living in Malinaw, Pasig City. And every morning he walked to the park about half a kilometer away. And he always comes back safe. And so he does that every day. And I think he has an amulet that he doesn't know he possesses. But I shall talk to you later. Comrades, the amulet that we are going to talk about is about amulets without objects. You may know that you have the amulet and use it by doing the movements and uttering the words. Or you may not know you have the amulet, but because you unknowingly use the movements and the words, you get the protection you need. You see, with this panic about COVID-19, you need this protection. And faith is very central to what we're talking about. Religion is superficial. Does not matter whether you're Muslim or Christian. If you have the amulet, well, you will be protected. And to do good deeds is mandatory in order for the amulet to work. This amulet has no miraculous power, but you can do magnificent work comparable to those done by heroes, our deeds and saints. And in this matter, you can have protection. I have prepared something in order to tell you about the concept. Okay, a man did not take his breakfast. At 12 o'clock, he was hungry. You might consider him to be a buddy. And then, he saw his enemy, and he felt a surge of emotion. He was angry, and the hunger was forgotten. You then might consider him to be an emotion, berating the other man. The other man went away to get a gun. From a distance, the man saw him, and the anger brought out by emotion was gone. He was thinking of hiding, so he hid. You might consider him to be the mind. The other man went away, and the man felt relief. He became hungry again. You see, you cannot be any of the three alternating things: body, emotion, and mind. You must be someone because you're a creature. Here is another concept, comrades. You are created in the image of the Supreme Being, whom we may call Super Soul. Therefore, you are a soul. A man is a soul. The soul manages all the processes and operations in the body, like the immune system, digestion, blood circulation, respiration, healing, or protection, etc. This it does without man's conscious knowledge. So, you're not thinking about digestion when you're digesting food. The soul, your true self, is doing that for you. The soul reinforces the mind by implanting conscience. That's why when we are preparing to do something, we have a notion whether it will be bad or good. The soul allows the emotion to go to the extremes at times. For persons who might want to do something for reasons of enhancing knowledge. We are brought into this world. The body is the soul's vehicle. The mind will make us learn. It is a tool to gain knowledge. The emotion is the catalyst to make the learning process faster. First, you have to admit that man is finite, small and limited. You are small and limited. And the Supreme Being is infinite and all-powerful. This is very central to the knowledge that we have to gain in order to have the amulet without objects. Man can achieve his limits because he is his own vessel, and whatever content there is in that vessel, that is given by God for him to do or to achieve. Man can aspire to get more, But he must make his vessel bigger by doing good. See, good deeds is very central for those people who would like to have amulets without objects. See now, the picture says the bigger vessel is there, see? And the content, the previous content, is what a man can do. Now, to fill the bigger vessel who is only half filled, the man must ask the Supreme Being to grant him power by his movements and the words that he was uttering. So, comrades, I'm now showing you what I plan to show you. It says here, don't panic. Panic is a negative emotion and it will not help you. The Supreme Being sent us COVID-19 for us to learn more. So, if the Supreme Being sent us COVID-19 for us to learn, the first step would be to come back to Him. So the first step, if you're a Muslim, you just say Allahu Akbar. Continue with Ayatul Kursi. Invoke the blessing of God. Ask His help. And if you're a Christian, say Hallelujah, praise the Lord, and continue with the Christian prayer. Invoking the help of God is very necessary. Step 2 would be to do our part. So, clean ourselves and our surroundings. We have to eat nutritious food. But we have to stop eating when we are 3/4 full. Take deep breaths. Stay away from crowds. Do what the authorities say. Have plenty of water. Do not tire yourself so much. With the stomach 3/4 full, you give more space for the heart and lungs to function. You see, if the blood is properly circulated, there will be more antibodies to fight COVID-19. And the lungs, if you take deep breaths, well, it will do you good. Breathing deeply will kill bacteria in the lungs. Bacteria is a plant, and oxygen is its enemy. COVID-19 has little chance when it attacks a very healthy respiratory system. All viruses have a hate for water. For water does not have much protein to replicate itself. So, you see, viruses are not invincible. Viruses are fragile things too. So, now when you invoke and you do your part, see, below is your normal vessel and your normal capacity. And the top, you have to fill with the help of the Supreme Being. That's very central to the defeat of COVID-19. Tropa, comrades, this is Aurelio Paredes Bautista again. I have given you a very long lecture. I got them from the many books that I read. See, I'm fond of reading books, and the topics that I usually read are more on esoteric knowledge. So now I have given them to you, and this is the piece of advice that I can give you. Invoke the blessing of the Supreme Being. The Supreme Being created you for a purpose. The Supreme Being will protect you if you do your part. So that's all. This is your comrade, mga katropa, Aurelio Paredes Bautista.